We begin this afternoon with breaking news out of Bacliff, where firefighters have been working for over 14 hours to put out a massive fire at a decommissioned power plant. The Texas City Fire Department says it started around 2:30 this morning at the old P.H. Robinson power plant on Highway 146 near 29th Street and Avenue J. Air 11 capturing this video around 1 o'clock this afternoon. You can still see the heavy smoke rising as firefighters work to control the fire. One building collapsed, revealing the extent of the damage there. And a viewer sent us this shot from the Bacliff area where you can see several plumes of dark smoke rising in the distance there. And these photos from Alvin and Kemah firefighters show the smoke up close. It was so thick, authorities called for a temporary shelter in place for residents in San Leon as a precaution. Tonight we have team coverage for you. Troy Kless is on the scene with the latest updates while Pat Kavalin is in the studio tracking the air quality. Let's first go to Troy Kless for the newest developments in the field. Hi, Troy.
Hi, Cheryl. We are in one of the neighborhoods that is just north of where the fire is taking place, and although the sun's going down, you can still might be able to see behind me. It looks a little hazy right now in this neighborhood. That's all the smoke that is drifting into the neighborhood, and you can still smell, the fire that is likely to smolder for several days. And, this is where, obviously there's several homes, but, still we've seen some people out and about this evening, although many inside at the moment. Now, we did get some new information. According to the Texas City Emergency Management Team, the fire itself at the power plant has weakened tremendously since this morning, but they say that the site is likely to smolder for the next several days. And we've been driving around the area for the past hour, and we've seen hazmat teams in the area, and they say they will be on the scene for cleanup and continuous monitoring. This morning, my colleague Michelle Choi spoke to a resident concerned with the conditions that could elevate a fire risk that we're experiencing right now.
There's a lot of vegetation all around here, and their houses, if it would go further into the, if the wind was blowing this way, yeah, there'd be a lot of concern. Yeah. And under these dry conditions that we've had.
And the cause of the fire is unknown right now, and there were no injuries reported. The decommissioned plant did not have any electrical or gas connections, and 5 of the structures on the site were impacted. And back out here live as it winds down for this evening, you can still see those are some of the clouds of smoke behind me, still, again, not quite as intense as we saw earlier this morning when the fire was going on, but obviously still a concern for residents, which we'll be hearing from tonight at 10. And we did also reach out to the property owners, and we're hoping to hear from them by then as well. For now, reporting live, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, Troy, you can definitely see that haze still in the different distance in that neighborhood. As we mentioned earlier, a temporary shelter in place was in effect for nearby residents. And about an hour ago, we reached out to the Texas City Fire Department to see if that's been lifted, but we have not heard back yet. When we do, we'll let you know. But in the meanwhile, if you're ever in a situation like this, here are the steps you should take and keep in mind to keep you and your family safe. First, get inside and shut and lock all doors and windows. Turn off your fans, AC, and any system that pulls air from outside. Make sure your fireplace damper is closed. That stops the heavy smoke from seeping into your home. Also, move to a room without windows if you can, and use towels or sheets to seal any gaps. And finally, it's important to stay informed. Keep your phone handy for alerts and avoid going outside until officials give that all clear.